Hey everyone, what is the crack? Hopefully we're live. We'll be starting the net in a couple of minutes. Let's see. Experimenting today with StreamYard software. So let's see how it's working here. See if the comments and the chat is coming up. See if this works. Yep. Very good. Should be streaming on Facebook as well. I'm going to start on TikTok also. There we go. Live on TikTok there now as well. EI3HA, EI5IMB. Hi, Tony. Yeah, I'll be starting now in a couple of minutes there, over. EI3HA calling through. EI3HA, EI5IMB. Are you receiving me there, Tony, over? Yeah, QSL, I'll be starting now at 9:30 just with a little bit of an intro and a blurb there from the club call sign, and then doing a call sign after. But you're loud and clear on Equilink, over. Okay, QSL, Dave, I give a quick call through. I might get to this. I have me too well the last fight, so I'm just taking things easy. So it's good to hear you're working on the repeat. Yeah, QSL, no problem at all. Yeah, sure, I'll chat you properly again after. Just getting ready here. Tony, EI3HA, EI5IMB. Okay, thanks, best of luck with everything there, and keep up the good work. 7-3, EI3HA. How you doing? What's the crack, Tim? Tim, is my audio? It won't be great now. I'm using the computer speakers. I haven't got a good audio system yet, but can you hear me on the stream there? Tim, I know you're going to say over. How you doing, guys, on TikTok? Good stuff. Thanks very much, Tim, because I've never used this StreamYard before. So, as you know, I'm not massive into the streaming, especially because I haven't been doing much from the shack recently. So, okay, so it's 9:30. I'm going to get going here, guys. Good evening. This is Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie, Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie, club call sign of Donegal Amateur Radio Club, kicking off this Wednesday night on the EI2 TKR repeater, located on Truskmore Mountain, County Sligo, Ireland. I'll now begin briefly by outlining how the net shall be run tonight, which hopefully will be smooth as possible. On behalf of the club, I'd like to welcome everyone who's turned out on frequency tonight, as well as those watching on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube live streams. To watch live, go to Facebook, YouTube, or TikTok and search for Irish Ham Radio, and you should be able to access the live video there. Excuse me. On the live stream, incidentally, you will see I'm using a cool program called Station Master for logging, which should also show the distance each station is from the repeater site whenever I stick them into the log. There's a lot to this login system that I'll not go into, but if anyone's interested, please drop me an email with any queries to irishhamradio@gmail.com, or if you look up Station Master, you'll find it there as well. To start, I'll detail some of the recent updates to the repeater, as well as some of the other current activities of the club and the club members. Next, I'll run a call-in message and acknowledgement from all stations, as well as SWL reports via text, email, and the live streams. Log in all of these under Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie. Finally, I'll give a last call for any unheard stations, officially ending the net once nothing is heard, clearing the frequency for normal use. I manage a number of nets and pile-ups in my time for Worked All Ireland activity days and activating SOTA and worldwide flora fauna, but it can still be tricky. So please be patient, and I'll do my best to keep it moving. Okay, so I'm going to key down now for a second to allow the repeater to time out and to reset, which you'll notice me doing a few times through the net, and then I'll continue. Okay, so first of all, in regard to repeater updates. Since 2022, the repeater's been running reliably up on the hill, and in the last approximately 9 months, a lot of silent work has been going on to make an addition to the repeater that would allow it to connect to all corners of the world. This was the addition of a hybrid All-Star and Echolink node. Most of you will have heard of Echolink, as it's a very common mode of internet connection for repeaters and radio systems. Primarily, it allows licensed users to use their mobile phone to connect to an RF repeater or RF network and transceive over same. As a more secondary function, it also allows interlinking between RF systems over the internet, where a direct RF interlink may not be possible. All-Star is a mode that is less well known, however very powerful nonetheless. You can think of it like Echolink, but designed primarily for linking RF systems to other RF systems. Lost my way there. RF systems to other RF systems over the internet, where a different RF interlink may not be, where a direct RF interlink may not be possible. My apologies. All-Star is a mode that is less well known, however very powerful nonetheless. Oh yeah, I'm after repeating myself. Sorry guys, I'm losing myself on my script here. You'll have a good key down here. That's good crack. Yeah. All-Star offers marginally better audio quality for this purpose than Echolink, and as a system operator gives you much more customization ability. You can also set up a personal All-Star node at home with a low power RF module, which allows you to use your RF handheld around the house to connect to any system running an All-Star node. Back on track now. Last night, we ran the last of 3 experimental automatic connections to the Southern Ireland repeater network for the weekly IRTS news and call-in. We're delighted to announce that these experiments were a success, and from now on at 8 p.m. local every Tuesday night, operators within RF reach of Truskmore will be able to listen to the IRTS news and call into same with other RF users as their number is called by the reader. The repeater will automatically connect to the Southern Ireland repeater network at 19:55 local and disconnect at 22:30 every Tuesday for this purpose. As I am the repeater keeper, I could ramble on all night about the node build and the technology, but I'll not subject you to that. So if any of you are interested in any of these technologies and learning more about them, feel free to email us at donegalradioclub@gmail.com. So before I move away from the updates to the repeater, as keeper, I'd like to particularly thank Jason, Echo India 9 Lima Bravo, for all his assistance with the ham VoIP research he undertook for the Raspberry Pi build, and to John, Echo India 5 India November Bravo, for his assistance and advice on getting the 4G router and the VPN set up. Okay, so next on to some of the club activities. In regard to club activities, as of 2024 to date, we have not had any events. However, keep an eye on our Facebook group for imminent upcoming days out for fox hunts, worldwide flora fauna activations, portable field days, and an open invite to participate in a SOTA activation taster with myself, Dave, Echo India 5 India Mike Bravo. A number of clubs have been experimenting with creating a mesh, club members have been experimenting with creating a mesh-tastic network, which is essentially a grid-down messaging network on the 800 megahertz license-free band, using relatively inexpensive hardware and antennas and Bluetooth to your mobile phone. It has members even looking into compact solar and battery solutions to keep their nodes fully running off-grid, as well as building different and interesting waterproof enclosures so they can be fitted outside. One has even been built into a bean tin, believe it or not. A great benefit of this experiment is actually that we're finding nodes locally belonging to new unknown people who are experimenting, often not licensed, but with similar interests to ourselves. And just as importantly, they are finding us. Again, I could ramble on all night about Meshtastic and what it can do, but I'm not subjected to that either. If you're interested in any of these technologies again and learning more about them, feel free to email us at donegalradioclub@gmail.com or search Meshtastic on YouTube and you'll find some great content, particularly from Ringway Manchester and Andy Kirby channels. Okay, I just wanted to give it a second there, see if we could get a pip from the repeater, but we'll go ahead. So we're now going to begin the call in, guys. So I've no idea how many operators there'll be, but I'm going to use numerical order to cut down on the key overs. That's starting at the low numbers and on to the high numbers, because in the last net, it was the opposite way around. When I call for stations with a number matching yours, please just initially reply with your call sign, and then I'll repeat my request until I'm sure I have all call signs listed here, and then I'll call back each station one by one. Just please give me your name, location, and signal report, and I'll ask for it, and any message maybe you want to pass to the net or to any particular operator. Shortwave listeners can email their signal reports to donegalradioclub@gmail.com. That's donegalradioclub@gmail.com. Or you can also text them to 086 032 9178. That's 086 032 9178. Including your name, location, shortwave listener call sign if applicable, and your report. I'll read out any SWL reports at the end of the call-in, as they're coming in on the phone, so I'll just have to, or on email, so we'll just have to check them out separately, and then I'll read them out. Okay, Echo India 1, Delta Romeo Charlie. I'm going to start the call in now in a second. This is Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie. Have we got any mobile or portable stations on RF? Any mobile or portable stations on RF there? Go ahead, over. Have we got any mobile or portable stations on RF? Any mobile or portable stations on RF? Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie. This is Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie. Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie. Have we any mobile or portable stations on RF? Over.
Echo India 9 Golf Bravo Mobile GI 9 GGB Mobile. Over.
Okay, I just heard the one there, just the one at the minute. Echo India 9, Golf Bravo. I'm just going to see if I can get you into this login program here. Echo India. They don't have a headset for this radio, so it's I have only two hands. QSL, I think is that I'll get you up here on the map as well, just for the people watching the stream so they can see where you are. I know you're mobile there at the minute. Echo India 9, Golf Bravo, down in Wexford. Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie. Go ahead.
Delta Romeo Charlie from Echo India 9 Golf Bravo Mobile. Over there, very good. All received there. QTH is just in North County Wexford, but all received there in Gorey in North County Wexford there. From Echo India 9 Golf Bravo Mobile. Over.
QSL, no bother at all. Michael, getting you loud and clear. You're 5959 coming in. Thanks very much for calling in there. And I can just see, I know you're coming in on another mode there, but roughly about, if you're near the home QTH, about 231 kilometers. If you're watching on the stream, anybody that's maybe not watching the stream, you can see him using the program called Station Master. And when I bring up the call signs, it's showing your distance, line of sight from the repeater. Thanks very much, Michael. And thanks for calling in this evening. So any other portable or mobile stations? Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie. Okay, no problem at all. We will move on to number zeros, ones, and twos. Any stations with a 0, 1, or 2? Go ahead.
EI2IU. EI2JHB.
Okay, I've got EI2IU and EI2JHB. Any others? Any other 0, 1s, or 2s? Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie.
EI2HI.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I've got EI2IU, EI2JHB, and EI2HI. How you doing, guys? Okay, we'll start with yourself there, Peter. EI2IU from EI1 Delta Romeo Charlie. How are you doing this evening? Over.
EI1 DRC, EI2IU returning. Yeah, a very good evening to you, David. Everybody on frequency, including any shortwave listeners. The repeater is very strong, of course, with me here. It's about 60 over 9, so no problem hearing it on this side. So a very good night to you, and we'll sit on the side, and nice to hear a bit of activity. EI1 DRC, EI2IU in North Leitrim.
EI2IU, EI1 DRC. You have to get used to saying that call sign. Hi. Thanks very much for calling in, Peter. Much appreciated. I was chatting to you earlier as well. You're hammering in there as usual, loud and clear, 5-9 in through the repeater. I was just noticing earlier, I knocked onto the other repeater briefly. I think it was after I'd finished my little blurb. So hopefully everything came out on RF and I wasn't transmitting out the wrong repeater there for a short period of time. Hi. But don't tell me till after this is over, because I'm trying to use 4 hands at once here. Thanks, Peter, and we'll chat to you again soon. Echo India 2, Juliet Hotel Bravo from Echo India 1, Delta Romeo Charlie. How you doing this evening, Leonard? How's things?
EI1 DRC, EI2JHB. Yeah, good evening, Dave. Sounding well. You're 60 over here with the repeater. And good evening to everyone else on frequency there. I'll throw it back to you, Dave. You have a bit of a pile up there, so best of luck with us and fair play for the run on the net.
Yeah, Kirsel, I'll receive, Leonard. You're 5-9, fully quiet in there as usual. Yeah, a few things going on. I've kind of got things in different directions, and I know you're helping with one of the streams there as well, just answering a few questions and talking to a few people. So thanks very much on that. And again, as I said, it's on Facebook, YouTube, and on TikTok at the minute. So things going on all around me here, but hopefully we're working it. Thanks very much, Leonard. We'll chat to you soon. Echo India 2, Hotel India. How are you doing, Hugh, from Echo India 1, Delta Romeo Charlie?
Hello, Dave. Good evening to you. Good evening to all on the net. Greetings from West Cork. On a dry night outside, 10 degrees Celsius, light breeze coming from the northwest. Everyone sounds good. You're coming through very, very well here. I'm on the Farmer's Cross for Red Peter this evening, Dave. And you're sounding excellent. So I keep it short and sweet. Well done again. Doing a great job, and I've been listening into it. EI. No, did I get the call sign wrong, Dave? Apologies if I did. From Echo India 2, Hotel India, guys.
Yeah, don't worry about it, you. I'm getting it wrong myself. Probably getting a couple of things wrong tonight, but it's a bit of crack and it's a bit of activity. That's the main thing. Echo India 1, Delta Romeo Charlie. That's the club call sign I'm using this evening, and I'm not used to using it. So if I say my own call sign anytime and I don't notice it, my apologies in advance. Thanks very much, you, for calling in, and hopefully we'll talk to you again soon. Okay, just keep going with the 0. We'll say 0, 1, 2s, and 3s just before we move any further. Any 0, 1, 2s, or 3s? Go ahead. Okay, I got EI3 Golf Whiskey Bravo, I think it was. EI2 Golf Kilo Bravo as well. Any other 0, 1, 2s or 3s? Go ahead.
Echo India 3, Foxtrot Whiskey. Guy 0, the Echo. 3, Juliet Tango Bravo. EI3 JWB.
Taking down the call signs here, guys. Just okay. I'll just give them a quick back. I have EI3G Golf Whiskey Bravo. I have 2 Golf Kilo Bravo, 3 Fox Whiskey. I think I had a 0 India Echo. I have a 3 Juliet Echo Bravo and a 3 Juliet Whiskey Bravo. Any other 0, 1, 2s or 3s I've missed there? Over.
Echo India 3, Juliet Echo. 3 Delta Whiskey Bravo.
Okay, I've got a few extra there. 3 Golf Whiskey Bravo, 2 Golf Kilo Bravo, 3 Fox Whiskey, 0 India Echo, 3 Juliet Echo Bravo, 3 Juliet Whiskey Bravo, 3 Juliet Echo, and 3, I think it was Bravo Whiskey Bravo. I'll take one more standby for 0, 1, 2s and 3s, and then I'll start calling. Over.
Juliet Tango Bravo.
Okay, I got one extra there. 3 Juliet Tango Bravo. Brilliant stuff. Okay, we'll go through the rest of the 2s, 3s, and 0s that I have there. Good few coming in. Great to see it. First, I go to EI3 Golf Whiskey Bravo. Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie. Go ahead.
Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie. This is EI3GWB. Good afternoon or good evening, Dave. Good night, Dave, even. Dollar frequency. Name here is Des Delta Echo Sierra. And I'm located about 2 miles south of Donegal town, and this is my first time to call in on 2 meters, and that's the story. So we'll do it again, hopefully, if I remember. EI0 DRC EI3 GWB.
QSL Des, that's brilliant. Brilliant to hear you. Yeah, I see you there just on the map on in Donegal town, or just south of Donegal town. That's brilliant. And yeah, thanks very much for coming in on the repeater. Great to have another Donegal man in there coming in on RF, and no doubt we'll chat a little bit more soon. I'll keep going here. Good few calls in the log, but nice to hear from you from Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie. Echo India 2 Golf Kilo Bravo. Go ahead. It's Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie.
Yeah, hello Dave, thank you. EI2 GKB with EI1 Donegal Radio Club there. Thanks, nice to hear you on there. I don't know if you've got 10 years with you over there going, or that happened, which, but we're able to hear you. I'm listening here on the MOG link here on the Echo link, and I'm able to hear you on the Devil's Fish, and also I'm out Leinster Crystal Clear there, Dave, there. So it's a wonderful experience. So back to you, from EI2 GKB, Personal is Michael QTH is new, which county you're there, over.
Yeah, all received there, Michael. Thanks very much. I'll just confirm your call. Just double check with you. EI3 GKB Golf Kilo Bravo, I think it was. But very good, Michael. Nice to chat to you, and thanks very much for coming in. Yeah, I seem to be popping out all over the country. This might have got bigger than I thought. Hi. Thanks very much for calling in. Just to confirm, though, please, if you don't mind, before you go on, Echo India 3 Golf Kilo Bravo, was it over?
Negative, David. 2. Put a 2 in there, and let's keep them happy there. 73, God bless all of them. Listen, we'll continue there. Drive Newer. Bye.
Yeah, QSL, Michael, thanks very much. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Echo India 2, you have it there. And I just had a 3 in there. My mistake, I even had the 2 written down. But what can you do? As I said, I'm sure I'll make more mistakes as the night go on. But it's all a bit of crack. Thanks very much, Michael, for calling in. And we'll chat you, as Shawnee would say, a little further down. Echo India 3, Fox Whiskey. Echo India 3, Fox Whiskey. Go ahead from Echo India 1, Delta Romeo Charlie.
Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie, PIC, Fox Whiskey. Good evening, Dave. And that lovely signal from the repeater. It's fully quieting here. I'm located about 8 kilometers north of Boyle, and the name is Craig, Charlie Radio Alpha, India Golf. As I say, good evening to everybody who can hear me. I won't hang about. I'm only going to listen for another couple of minutes because I just came across you as I was switching everything off into Shark. So you've taken an extra few minutes. Many thanks and Sandy Briggs from CIC Fox Whiskey.
Yeah, thanks very much, Craig. Great to talk to you. Thanks very much for calling in. And just for your own information on Station Master, here I can see that you're 37 kilometers as the crow flies if your location's accurate there on QRZ from the repeater itself. So just so you know yourself, that's roughly 23 miles, 37k. Thanks very much for calling in. And yeah, we'll chat to you hopefully soon again. Okay, Echo India 0, India Echo, I believe it is. Go ahead from Echo India 1, Delta Romeo Charlie.
Echo India 0, India Echo, Ruben here. I'm just using the Irish club call sign tonight. So very good night, Dave. You're 5 and 7, 5 and 8 back into County Monaghan. And very good night to everyone else by frequency. Fantastic to see so many calls in. So I'll hold it up, hand it back, and I'll take a standby. I'll be on the side there for later on. Back to you there, EI1 Delta Romeo Charlie from EI0 India Echo.
Yeah, QSL, thanks very much, Ruben, for calling in. I was thinking that was the call sign, all right, you were telling me about the last time, and I kind of recognized, but it wasn't 100%. But thanks very much for calling in. I know I have to chat to you about that other thing as well, and I'll give you a shout about that, or we'll talk later on there, Peter. Thanks for calling in, Ruben. Good to talk to you yet again. Echo India 3, Juliet Echo Bravo is my next call. Go ahead. Was there an Echo India 3, Juliet Echo Bravo? Did I hear it correctly? This is Echo India 1, Delta Romeo Charlie. Go ahead.
Echo India 3, Juliet Whiskey Bravo.
Yeah, QSL, I have you down next on the list, actually. Yeah, maybe that Juliet Echo Bravo might have been, I only heard in my own head. Hi. But we'll come back to it just in case. No bother. Echo India 3, Juliet Whiskey Bravo. Yeah, loud and clear there. Loud and clear. Go ahead. This is Echo India 1, Delta Romeo Charlie.
Yeah, Echo India 1, Delta Romeo Charlie from Echo India 3, Juliet Whiskey Bravo. Yeah, good evening, Dave. Yeah, fair bit in front of the net there. First name this side is Craven. The QTH is 7 miles north of Donegal here at North Loud here. Striking down the second mile order here. So all received well here, and best luck to you there. Back to you there, Dave, from EI3JWB.
Yeah, QSL Craven, you're coming in loud and clear there. You're 123k according to this from the repeater itself. Are you coming in on RF just out of curiosity, or through MOG? Over.
MOG tonight, but I didn't bother going through. I can get through to the repeater, but the signal's not just too strong tonight. But it's MOG tonight, David. Back to you.
Yeah, QSL, well, you're loud and clear, Craven. Thanks very much for calling in, loud and clear, and great to have you in the log there. I'll keep it moving here. Okay, next on the list is Echo India 3, Juliet Echo. Go ahead from Echo India 1, Delta Romeo Charlie.
Delta Romeo Charlie from Echo India 3, Juliet Echo. Yeah, very good evening to you, Dave. Sounding very good down here. Name is Neil, down
recognize you.
Good luck with the net there, and nice to hear you. EI1 Delta Radio Charlie from Echo India 3 Juliet Echo.
Echo India 3 Juliet Echo, Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie. Thanks very much, Neil, and thanks very much for calling in. And for those listening, this is another individual who particularly maybe 2 years ago or a while back there when we were originally getting this repeater up and running was a massive help to me. So big thanks to yourself there, Neil, for that. You know yourself how you helped us there. Thanks for calling in. Okay, guys, I'm going to keep it moving there. Next one I have is Echo India 3. I think I have Bravo Whiskey Bravo. Echo India 3, Bravo Whiskey Bravo. Go ahead.
Echo India 3 Delta Whiskey Bravo.
Yeah, Echo India 3 Delta Whiskey Bravo. That's the one. I just misheard you. My apologies. How you doing, Finbar? I can see you're down in Kildare there from Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie. Go ahead.
India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie from Echo India 3 Delta Whiskey Bravo. Evening, Dave. Evening to everybody in frequency. Yeah, no problem. Full of signal here to Mount Leinster. So good to hear you. I just came across you by accident on the net there, so just making around the net. So thanks for the opportunity to call in there, and good strong signal here from County Kildare and Plain. EI1 DRC, EI3 DWB.
Yeah, brilliant stuff, Finbar. You're loud and clear there anyway, coming in through Mount Leinster. And I worked that a couple of times myself down when I was down that area. If I recall, it's a 70 SEMS repeater. But great stuff. Yeah, thanks again for calling in. Much appreciated. Okay, guys, we'll keep on going here. Thanks for that, Finbar. We have Echo India 3 Julia Tango Bravo. Hopefully I have this one right. Go ahead.
Delta Romeo Charlie from Echo India 3 Julia Tango. We have it right there. And again, congratulations on it. I came across the wire as well also when I was going with the car. So I just ran into the connecting to your show. So keep up the work, and hopefully this is the river thing, and we'll make that to you. EI1 Delta Romeo Charlie from Echo India 3 Julia Tango Bravo.
Yeah, all received there. All received, Alan. Thanks very much for calling in. I see you're down in Limerick there, so you're coming in through the CERN in some shape or form, no doubt. Thanks very much for calling in. Much appreciated. And yeah, look, I think we might have a few callers tonight if they're able to hold on. 73s, and we'll catch you again. Thanks for calling in. Okay, so that's all the 0, 1, 2s and 3s. I'll just give one more call for any station with a 0, 1, 2 or 3 on their call sign. Go ahead. Okay, I have 2 stations there. I have a Lima Papa Oscar and 3 Golf Romeo Bravo. I'm not sure, was that a GI0 or an EI0, but the Lima Papa Oscar station. Go ahead, please, over. This is Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie.
Okay, Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie from Mike India 0 Lima Papa Oscar MI0 LBO, and the name is John Juliet Oscar Hotel November. I'm located in Cambridge in County Alberta, over.
Yeah, no problem at all. How are you doing, John? I have you now, Mike India. No bother. Yeah, I can see you're just at the top of Loughney. Tell us, just curiously, when the station's roughly around your area, are you on high ground coming in on RF, or are you coming in on MOG, over?
Okay, so we're coming in on MOG.
MOG is an Echolink gateway over in the east, in the northeast of the country. Yeah, QSL, no problem at all, John. Thanks very much for letting me know. Just curious, when I see stations that potentially could be hitting it on RF, I'd like to know if they are, or if you're coming in on the gateways, because the Echolink gateway is working so well. I can't tell the difference now on the audio. All right, thanks very much, Mike, John, sorry, 73s, and we'll catch you again, no doubt, hopefully. Next I have is Echo India 3 Golf Romeo Bravo. Echo India 3 Golf Romeo Bravo from Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie. Go ahead.
Good evening to all on frequency. Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie. Echo India 3 Golf Romeo Bravo slash QRP. Good evening. My name is Bob Bravo Oscar Bravo, and the QTH is just out.
Stu, if you're looking for the Echo link, it's EI2 TKR is the call sign. EI2 TKR. Search that on Echo link. Very good, Bob. Yeah, you're loud and clear here, Bob. And with the QRP station, no problem receiving you at all. You're hitting whatever you're hitting there on RF very, very well. So thanks very much for calling in. Much appreciated. I can see you down in County Clare there. And thanks very much for calling. I don't think I've ever worked you before. Maybe have, maybe through the network down there. Call sign sounds kind of familiar. Okay, we'll move on there to the next numbers. This is Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie. Just going to key down. Okay, Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie. Calling any stations with the numbers 4 and 5. The numbers 4 and 5. Go ahead.
Golf Delta Bravo. India 5, Mike Oscar.
Okay, I think that's them all. Okay, very good, guys. Yeah, I have 3 coming in there. Very good. I know that first one. How are you doing, Joe? Echo India 5, Golf Delta Bravo. You're hammering in there as always. How are you keeping this evening? Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie.
Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie, Echo India 5, Golf Delta Bravo. Good evening, Dave. Good evening to all on frequency there, indeed. And likewise, Dave, super signal like yourself there, indeed. You know, 5x9 plus couldn't be better there. Thanks to news, Dave, and all the info. They're very interesting there, so this indeed. And they're good to see so many on frequency there, so this indeed. Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie from Echo India 5 Golf Delta Bravo here in Ballymore, County Sligo. Back to yourself, Dave.
Yeah, QSL, you might be wondering about your distance there, and it's actually coming up on Station Masters. Great job just to see how far people are. I set the QTH of this particular call sign, the club call sign, on Truskmore. So you're 106k according to this. If you're, I don't know, is that? No, that couldn't be right. Your location must be further down the country. No, that's a bit much. But yeah, no, you can disregard that. Your location must be somewhere else. You must have been living somewhere else. But thanks for calling in, Joe. And yeah, no doubt, look, we'll chat on the repeater in the next couple of days, no doubt again. Echo India 5 Golf Delta Bravo from Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie. Thanks, Joe. Okay, I think I have, is it Keith there next? Echo India 5 India November. Go ahead from Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie. Very good. Mullingar. QSL Keith, thanks very much. Much appreciated, yeah. And I know you're down in Mullingar there. So you're about 113k as the crow flies away from the repeater. And if you're running on 2 watts, like albeit you're scratchy now, if you look back on the stream, whenever you get a chance, you'll see what you sound like there. You're at about 40 minutes and 40 seconds on the stream. But you're Yeah, you're like, yeah, I totally readable. So fair play on the 2 watts. Thanks for calling in, Keith. I'll keep her going here. Echo India 5 India November, Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie, 73s to you. Echo India 5, Mike Oscar, go ahead.
Echo India 1, Delta Romeo Charlie, Echo India 5, Mike Oscar. Just said I'd give you the club call, Dave. Again, 59 plus, and there is an M1 Oscar Mike Charlie Zulu listening to you there, and he missed the 1, so maybe give him a shout.
Echo India 5, Mike Oscar, Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie. Yeah, I'll give him a call now, and then I'll look for a few more 4s and 5s. Thanks very much, Leonard. And yeah, good to talk to you again. Thanks for that. Okay, Mike India 0, Mike Zulu, are you on the side there listening? Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie. Yeah, my apologies. Mike India, is it Mike India 0, Mike Zulu, or Mike India 1, Mike Zulu? This is Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie. QSL, I have you now. My apologies. I didn't have the Charlie in there. I was wondering, Mark. Very good, very good. I see you're just the south of Lough Neagh there. Just east of Dungannon. Very good. Yeah, you're coming in there. I'm assuming you're using MOG this evening. Over. Yeah, QSL, I can tell that you said you were coming in direct with a repeater, with an antenna about 5 meters above the ground. You're quite scratchy there now, but I'd say a little bit more power and a bit of height. And even from over there, that's 114 kilometers to the repeater, 114 kilometers. You probably will come in fairly clear. But I have you in a log there, Mark. Mike India 0, Mike Charlie Zulu. Thanks very much for calling in there, and hopefully we'll catch you again. Okay, guys, we're going to look for any more 4s or 5s. Any more 4s or 5s? Go ahead. Should probably silence my phone for the stream, shouldn't I? Any other 4s and 5s from Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie? Okay, nothing heard. We'll go on to the 6s and 7s. Any call sign with a 6 and a 7? Please go ahead now from Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie.
Go India 6, Juliet Kilo.
DI 7, India Bravo.
Okay, I've got 2 in there. Thanks very much for waiting. As the night goes on, I have to appreciate more the people that actually wait longer. So thanks very much, guys. Echo India 6, Juliet Kilo. Go ahead from Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie.
Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie from Echo India 6 Juliet Kilo. A very good evening to you, Dave, and everyone on frequency. Thank you very much for the net. I have you 30 over 9 there. Well, that's full scale on this little rig here from the Sligo repeater. That's what I call it anyway. I think it's too small. I can see it. The mountain now, I can't see that, but I can see it on a clear day from here. I'm just looking over Castlereagh, County Roscommon. I'm getting a lot of stations on the input there. Most stations nearby, I'm actually receiving very well on the input, so it just shows you. But very, very strong, great net, great activity. That's what it's all about. There, hopefully we're not on the DX frequency. HI. Thanks a million as 73s. I won a whiskey radio Charlie. Sorry, Donegal radio Charlie.
That's right, Mark.
Delta radio Charlie.
Donegal. Very good, Mark. EI 6 JK from EI 1 Delta Romeo Charlie. That's right, up Donegal Romeo Charlie. Thanks very much, Mark. Yeah, you're filling the clock here again, and you're right, yeah, Truskmore repeater. Just for your own information, you're about 64k as the crow flies from Truskmore, according to your location and on Station Master here. Station Master Desktop, the program I'm using tonight. Very good, Mark. We'll chat to you again soon. I'll keep it moving here. Thanks very much for calling in. Echo India 7, India Bravo. I know that call sign again. I mean, very, very well. A man that chases me on SOTA. Go ahead there, Martin. Over.
Yeah, Echo India 1, Delta Romeo Charlie. This is EI7 IIB. Good night, Dave. You're loud and clear here. I'm mobile here now in Sligo town at the minute, so you're no bother making it back this far anyway. So all is well here at the minute now, and good night to everyone on frequency. So back to you, Dave. This is Echo India 7, India Bravo.
Echo India 7, India Bravo mobile, Echo India 5, Echo India 1, Delta Romeo Charlie. I knew I'd do it. There you go. I did it. Used my own call sign. Brilliant job. Yeah, thanks very much for calling in mobile there, Martin. Much appreciated. And yeah, no doubt, look, I'll chat to you again soon. You're a man to chat to regular enough on the repeater. Have a good evening, and we'll talk to you again. Any other 6s or 7s? Any other 6s or 7s? Go ahead from Echo India 1, Delta Romeo Charlie. Okay, nothing heard. We'll keep on going. Any other 8s or 9s? Any 8s or 9s call signs? Go ahead from Echo India 1, Delta Romeo Charlie. Any call signs with 8s or 9s? Go ahead from Echo India 1, Delta Romeo Charlie. Okay, any stations out there? Any other stations, particularly on any using RF at the source there, using RF? Any other stations at all? Call back there, Echo India 1, Delta Romeo Charlie.
Echo India 1, Delta Juliet Whiskey, MI1 DJW.
Okay, I have MI1 DJW. I have something ending in November Bravo. Just give your call again, please. Over. I think it's Echo India 4 Hotel November Bravo. I'll come back to you a second if that's you, Daniel. If not, the station can correct me. But I know that station there anyway. The first one, MI0 DJW. How are you doing, Jim? Have you changed something there, MI1 DJW, or have you? Are you coming in through one of the electronic means? Over.
Okay, Dave. EI1 DRC, MI1 number 1 station, Dave. Drinking Jameson's whiskey. No, you're quite right. And fair play to you. Notice the change. The watching is still bent, and it's touching the G5RV antenna on the SWR side on it now, Dave. With more winds, it blew it over towards it. So I'm now using the other station, which is the Kenwood TS2000 and the Diamond X510, which is a very great performer on 2 meters. So the report on this antenna on the power output is 20 watts at the minute, Dave, and it is 60 over 9. The repeater is 60 over 9 on the Diamond X510 back here to Crumlin. And the Watson W300, whenever it's straightened up, you are a signal 9 on it, onto the ICOM 7100. So you're quite right. I've just changed stations there to let you get a good copy tonight. So EI1 DRC, MI1 DJW.
MI1 DJW, EI1 DRC with Genie Mac, Jim. That's some signal. You're like you're sitting outside or up on the hill. So for those people watching on either Facebook or on YouTube on the streams, I have Station Master Desktop running here, and you can see where Jim is. Just for your own information, Jim, you're 158 kilometers from the repeater, basically the whole width of the country, really. So for anyone that's watching the stream, or if you want to watch it back, you're on at about 50 minutes. 50 minutes, Jim. Have a look at the stream. It should still be available on YouTube after it's finished, and you'll see yourself the distance. So thanks very much for calling in. And yeah, I could tell there was a big difference there. So it'll be easier to have QSOs with you in the future. MI1 DJW from EI1 DRC. I'll keep it moving. Thanks, Jim. Have a good night. Echo India 4, Hotel November Bravo. Was that yourself, Daniel? Go ahead. Yeah, EI4 HNB EI1 Delta Romeo Charlie. I'm reading you there, Daniel. Right, I got that copy there that you're out on the handheld portable. Quite scratchy, but you're readable. I'm not sure where you're located, if you're near the home QTH or not, but you are readable and you are opening the repeater with no bother there. Just a bit of noise, obviously, with the handheld and the lower power. But thanks very much for calling in. Much appreciated. Another Donegal station there. Okay, guys, so any other stations out there? Any other stations? Doesn't matter what mode. Go ahead there. Any other stations from Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie? Didn't get that one now. Okay, I had a station coming in there quite noisy. Try again there. You were very clipping a lot there. Go ahead from Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie. No, I know you're in Echo India there, but again, you're clipping out all the time. Give it one more go there. See if I can get you. One more go from Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie. Try again there, please. Over. No, not hearing him. Nothing heard there. Any other stations out there? Any other stations on RF, on Echo Link, on All Star? Any other stations wish to call into the net from Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie?
Dave, the station called you is Echo India 2 India Papa. I have him on the input there. I don't know if you're hearing him. EI2IP. I have him on the input, but he's very scratchy there on this one, but I have him very clear on the input. Over.
Yeah, QSL. Yeah, I know Robbie there. All right, he's well down, and he actually has opened. Believe it or not, he has opened Truskmore from his QTH before. I've actually had a QSO on him. That's 218 kilometers. Just looking at it here on Station Master. So I will try you again, Robbie. I know you're there. If I can hear your call sign, we'll get you in the log. Echo India 2 India Papa from Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie. You getting me? Over. One more time, Robbie. Go ahead there. Go ahead. Over. Was there another station there, or is that yourself, Robbie? Echo India 2 India Papa only, please. Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie. I'll open the squelch here and see if I can get you one more time. No copy there, no copy. I know you're there through proxy there, but thanks very much, Robbie, for trying. I don't know if you want to go in on one of the southern repeaters there. I'll get you in through the other mode. I'll stay on for another minute or two. Apologies about that, Robbie, if you're able to receive me. Any other stations there? Any other stations on any mode? Go ahead from Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie. Okay, nothing heard. Yeah, I think we have all the stations we're going to get tonight. We have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23 stations called in. Thank you very much, everybody, for calling in. Much appreciated. Yeah, I'm using, as I said, the Station Master desktop software here. This is a login software as well now. It does a load of different things. You have your logbook. I'm not using it to log tonight. You saw the map. You have QRZ and all that showing up as well. Just for those on RF, I'm just demonstrating on the on this live stream the software that I'm just using or trying here for this type of a net, so I can see where people are located. Anyway, that concludes the net for tonight. I'd like to thank all the operators and SWLs, whether on RF, digital, or any other mode, for coming on frequency tonight, as well as everyone watching live on the live streams. Thanks to Leonard very much for he was helping me out there monitoring some of the live streams and answering some of the questions. I really do appreciate that, Leonard, because I only have 2 hands, 2 eyes, and a big mouth, so I can only do so much. I'll stay on the streams and answer a few questions, go through a few comments now before I sign off. Thanks very much for that. I'm going to have a look now at some of the SWL reports, and when I sign off here, I'll lift my phone and I'll call out some of the SWL reports after this. I hope this net has raised awareness somewhat of the repeaters coverage and the latest operational settings. And myself and the club invite you all to run as much activity through this repeater and through the internet link with Echolink and Allstar as much as possible. And most importantly, enjoy doing so, whether portable, mobile, or from the QTH. This is Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie going QRT and releasing the frequency unless any other station calls in there. 73s, guys.
EI1 DRC, EI2IU.
Yes, go ahead there, Peter. EI2IU, EI1 DRC.
Yeah, okay, David. Sorry for holding you up there, but Robbie's obviously using a Yagi of some description. He's asking the locator, what's the locator of the repeater? I'm embarrassed to say I should know myself, but I'm having a senior moment. I think he wants to give it another try. David, EI1 DRC, EI2IU.
Yeah, no problem at all. I'll pull that up now in a second. I'm nearly sure it's IO54TI Tango India Oscar 54 Tango India. I'm nearly 100% with that, but I can pull it up after. Yeah, Robbie, if I can get you, I'd love to get you in the log. Echo India 2 India Papa from Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie. I'm going to try opening the squelch here again and see if I can just pull you in. If I can hear your call sign, I've got you.
Just relay the locator again, David. I was a bit slow on the take. India Oscar 54, which?
Tango India there, Peter. I got Robbie there though. Echo India 2 India Papa. I got your call sign, Robbie there. Just give me the report again. You are about a 3 and a 1 into the repeater, a 3 and a 1. If you can give, I'd say I think you said 5-9, but I got you in the log anyway. Over. Good man, Robbie. Whatever leg you're standing on and whatever hand you're pointing with that Yagi, that was a perfect over. You're back up there at you were up at a 5 and 3 there, 5 and 3 into the repeater. So yeah, I don't know what you changed there or what you did, but I got all of that with no clipping. So fair play, you're 100% in there. And thanks very much for persevering. Much appreciated. Great to get you in the log, Robbie. And for those watching and again looking on the stream, that's 200. If you're at the home QTH, Robbie, which I'm assuming that's 218 kilometers on VHF, 218 kilometers on VHF to our local repeater. Thanks very much, Robbie. 73s. And back to you just for a quick final, and then I'm going to go to Peter. Over. '73s, Robbie. Have a good one, and thanks very much for persevering. EI2IU, how you doing, Peter? I think I'm finished up there. I'll just give one more call. EI1 DRC. Any other stations for the net?
Sorry, Robbie, can you go 350 simplex? Because I'm hearing you really well here. 350 simplex, thanks. Thanks, Dave. Sorry for barging in there.
No problem, tear away. That's the net over, guys. I'm going to leave the frequency EI1 DRC going QRT, but still monitoring as Echo India 5, India Mike Bravo, my personal call sign. Thanks very much, everybody. 73s and good night. Oh, we have another one. Did I have another station there? My apologies. Go ahead, Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie. No. Okay, nothing heard. Echo India 1 Delta Romeo Charlie going QRT. Thanks very much, everybody, in 73s. Now, okay. So we'll leave the repeater free there. We still have TikTok going. We have YouTube, and we have, I hope, Facebook. I didn't actually check, but it looks like the stream is running. So let's see. Let's have a quick look at some comments, and I'm going to shoot off then because I've been here for a while. Hey, Duncan. How's things? Yeah, and Leonard, you saw him. You probably saw me on the stream, seeing Leonard in the chat. Thanks very much, Leonard, for monitoring and fielding a few of the comments. I just was a bit all over the place there with everything going on, and he's watching on TikTok there as well. Yeah, nets on repeaters. It's a good way of generating traffic. Really, it's just about generating traffic on repeaters. Repeaters can get kind of quiet, so running a net. If you don't have to do them too often, but if you run a net. We also have Echolink and All-Star in as well, so we can interlink from the internet. You'd see there that there's actually a repeater network in the south of the county that was interlinked to our repeater just there tonight for the purpose of this net. So that's why there was people coming in from further down the country. They weren't actually using the Echolink as a mode; they were using RF on their own network. But the network on their network and our repeater was interlinked. And there's a gateway over around the Dundalk. I'm not exactly sure, Dundalk Drogheda area as well. That people were coming in on RF, which was also internet linked into our repeater for tonight. Yeah, so just check another few. MI7D Delta Juliet Tango, how you doing? Yeah, oh, and I would have been coming out on their Zello as well, actually, the Southern Network Zello, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I see Sean says, yeah, it would have sounded better on, if you're still there, Sean, it would have sounded better on Zello than through the stream, because for the purpose of the stream here, I'm actually just using the microphones on the laptop. I have to get a better setup. I'm not a big stream buff, really. I'm just trying it here, and I wanted to use this Station Master software tonight as well for bringing up the people's location and stuff like that. Yeah. Oh, Dave, VI3IXB, if you're still there, you're probably not, but thanks very much for that. Yeah, I was well surprised. Pity I didn't make it down to the down to the AGM and particularly the Saturday night and the rally. Just certain things couldn't do it, unfortunately. Personal things, you know yourself. Oh, good man, Stu. Thanks for calling in. If you're still watching, thanks very much for joining in and in on Echolink as well. Station Master was cool for this. Now, I know I didn't log with it tonight or anything like that, but it's cool for bringing up the map even in a scenario like this. I have to get it properly linked in with the HF rig and all of that. Once I get the HF antenna set up back at the house, I don't even have a headset or anything for this for the VHF, UHF. That's why I can only, I'm all fingers and thumbs because I'm having to use a fist mic. Okay, so I must look for some of these signal reports, guys. My apologies. I don't know if I got any messages actually. Yeah. Okay. I think that's all I can see there on the comments. I know that Leonard has been watching on TikTok. So I'll move over to TikTok here. I'm going to have to lift the phone and just see if we have any messages in for SWLs. I have loud and clear in Gurchin and Sligo. I don't know. One second now. Vinny, yeah. So I had one SWL report through the phone, and it's Vinny in Gurchin and Sligo. Thanks very much, Vinny. Very good. So that's my VHF and UHF setup there. It's an Anytone 8TD578. It does VHF and UHF analog, and it does DMR as well, if anyone's wondering about the radio. Okay, so I'm looking at my TikTok here now. Hi, Siobhan. I see you there. Leonard, thank you very much for coming in. As I said, I had so much to do there. I wasn't able to look at comments. Hugh, excuse me. How are you? If you're still watching there, thanks very much. Just turn the screen here. I'm just looking in on my TikTok if anyone's watching on Facebook or on YouTube. Hoping you would stay connected to the full CERN network. Yeah, I should have stayed connected for the duration of the net there. Anyway, I don't know who connected us in, but it was pretty cool to get some stations. It generated a nice bit of traffic. Yeah. How are you doing? Yeah, hi Siobhan, as I said. Yeah, 2 GHP and going mad. Yeah. I see Leonard's answered some questions. Thanks again, Leonard. Very good, guys. Yeah, so that's the end of the stream. I'm going to kill it there, guys. Thanks very much, anybody who's still watching. Thanks, anybody who did watch. It was the Donegal Amateur Radio Club net through our local repeater on Truskmore Mountain on VHF, but we also have people interlinked on Echolink, which is a digital mode over the internet, and on All-Star. So we were connected to people all over the country. It was a great job. All right, guys, we'll chat to you later, and good night. Have a good one. 73 from me, Dave, Echo India 5, India Mike Bravo. Take it easy.